Forged from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer, with boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare, side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
Oh yeah. In the beginning, by the sixth day morning, the whole creation was given birth. And then God made man and give him dominion over every living creature on the earth. Tragedy in the garden, we all know it happened. Shamefully banished from Eden, we witnessed the first paradise lost. And since then his mother earth who end up paying the cost. That's why I'm pleading, Mother Earth is crying. She said to stop the polluting. Mother Earth is dying. We got to stop the polluting. Whole attitude got to change and priorities rearrange. We got to become more competent. The way we protect the environment and fight for all that is worth. Fight to save Mother Earth. Mother Earth crying. In case you don't know, the planet Earth dying slow. What a sad way to go. Yeah. in the atmosphere. Rivers and seas can't escape on Mother Earth. We constantly commit rape. They're even planning to strip the Amazon bare. Acid rain on the nations, species haunted to extinction. A roller coaster ride to self-destruction. Stop mankind from digging a certain grave. We got to get together. This Mother Earth we must save. That's why I'm begging. Mother Earth is crying. He said to stop the polluting. Mother Earth is dying. We got to stop the polluting. Whole attitude got to change and priorities rearrange. We got to become more competent. The way we protect the environment and fight for all that is worth. Fight to save Mother Earth. Mother Earth crying. In case you don't know, the planet is dying slow. What a sad way to go. Massive global warning with the sea level rising. Islands and countries like Holland maybe no more. As natural resources deplete, people can't find food to eat. Famine for both rich and poor. Impossible we might think, but we tottering on the brink. Next thing you know, we become extinct. The cancer we create have Mother Earth sore, and she's going to give up the ghost when she can't take no more, no more. Da-da-da-da. Mother Earth is crying. He said to stop the polluting. Mother Earth is dying. He said to stop the polluting. Whole attitude got to change and priorities rearrange. We got to become more competent. The way we protect the environment and fight for all that it's worth. Fight to save Mother Earth.
Wake up, rise up. It's the NETT Radio Breakfast Show, bringing you the energy, music and vibes to start your day right.
Oh yeah.
Well, everybody, good Monday morning to you. How are you doing? Yeah. Welcome to it. Good to have you here on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, the heartbeat of the Caribbean. And this is where we take you above and beyond. Yes, we have to do all that is worth so that we can save Mother Earth. Don't seem to be doing such a fantastic job. But we gotta try, right?
And then
where will we go? So good morning to you, Trinidad. Good morning to Tobago. How are you people doing? Hope you guys had a good weekend. Good morning to our neighbors in the Caribbean and our friends and our families who are streaming all around the globe. Diaspora people, good day to you. And thank you so much for being here in the different time zones and time slots.
And since then
giving God thanks and praises for life and getting us up this day.
That's why
let me say much thanks to the Heavenly Father bringing us together for another day. And all that we do, dear God, let it be a blessing, honor to you. People have yours for research, Charles. Happy am I to be here in this space with you. As we welcome everybody to the Monday edition, this is your Get Up and Go. Welcome everybody to the Breakfast Show.
Get up, get up. It's the time to start the day. The Breakfast Show is here. We bring in the soca way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The Breakfast Show got the vibes turned Energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your doubles or your morning drink.
Good morning. Good morning. Open your eyes, feel the light. Everything's gonna be alright. Good morning. We're wishing you a colorful day. Let the sunshine guide you on your way. Smile a little, let your worries fade. Good morning. May your heart feel light and free. So much joy in everything you see. Good morning, yeah, a beautiful day. Good morning.
Good morning. Such a beautiful day. Hey, everybody. Good morning to you. And of course, welcome to the breakfast show. Of course, you're listening to NETT Radio, NETT Radio. We are glad to be here with you. Hope you guys had a good weekend. And good morning to my co-host, Wendell Lewis, in very early as always, regardless of where he is. And that is greatly appreciated. And of course, Richard, I'm sure, will join us at some point in time once he gets up. So,
Good morning, Sir Charles. Good morning, Richard Raghubar Singh. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. And good morning, listeners and viewers all over the globe. It's an absolutely beautiful but hot, sticky Monday morning. Outside, warm, very warm already.
yeah, we've been having a lot of those warm Caribbean nights, right?
Well, I mean, I remember when they said they declared the rainy season open, or wet season, whatever they call it, and I had said, I think they said we're gonna have sun for the next 3 days, and I was corrected and said no, they said 3 months. I said 3 months? How they can have sun for the next sunny days for the next 3 months? That carries us into July. We don't normally. So is it that we're going to be having an extended dry season? You know, I'm happy for that, right? But at the same time,
I know you would love that. No, I'm not too happy for that. But they say that we will be experiencing some heat, within this particular period, and they were already talking about a couple months. So when I heard, started the rainy season, and I said, well, that maybe the rainy season coming in between all that, but it looked like we're going to be getting some heat for a while.
Well, I actually don't mind. I mean, I don't mind. Seriously, I don't mind. So, Charles, I wanted to interview this morning. I wanted to ask you, you're a DJ, long-standing DJ. You've been a DJ for quite a number of years, right? What inspires you? What, in terms of your music selection, what do you like? Do you play music that you like, or you play music that people would like? How do you choose your music? I'm asking you that specifically because of the choices you make on the breakfast show. You do a lot of throwbacks and a lot of nice old time music. How do you select your music?
One of the things that you do.
How long you have been a DJ, sir?
Forever. I've known myself. I was a child. I was playing music, So.
But what inspired you?
Just being around people. My brother, he was into music. He used to buy records and stuff. And then I had cousins who were into that and song system and band and all, those different kinds of stuff. So I naturally gravitated towards that. I just loved, that whole vibes of the music and going and look for.
How do you go about selecting your music? How do you select? What inspires you?
A lot of the times it's on a feeling. You have to kind of always know where you're going, know the audience that you're catering to. Mm-hmm. So the people on, for example, like on the platform, it will be a different, like if you go to a party, even with these very same people who are listening on the platform, if you go to a party setting, that music will change, it will carry up in, at different moods and stuff. So the people that are listening to, that are listening to us, I tell myself, okay, they would most likely like a particular kind of music at a particular time. Starting off, you don't want to be too fast, too high up, those things. So that's how I gauge it.
You're not one of those DJs, because I've been to parties in the past where DJs, nobody moving in the party and the DJ just playing the same strippiness over and over. The same music, like if he like that music, that's what he play. He ain't watching the crowd then.
No. And that is the thing that most DJs come with, that kind of set pattern, and they have a safe zone. Most DJs, especially in parties, don't venture out of their safe zone. So if they play a song and they find, when that song is moving, let me now jump back inside where you're custom playing, Yeah.
Because DJs generally have an elevated position where they are looking at the party, right?
Well, yeah, but what they're supposed to do, is really, if I go to a party, I will basically walk around, talk to people, feel their vibes and that sort of thing. If somebody else is playing, day before, because everybody's more or less feature DJs this songs, right? So you got a DJ, you want about ready to get about 3 or 4 different DJs. So if you go into a space where you weren't sure what was played before, you could talk to people, you could pick up on their vibes in an indirect kind of way,
Were you one of those starboy DJs? It had DJs who felt that they were the best man in the party, and all the women used to want to be with the DJ. Were you one of those?
Well, that is part of the territory.
Afraid to answer that. Answer it now.
I mean, despite everything that you feel, women are the fans. They are the biggest fans. Anywhere you go.
Were you one of those DJs that used to go out and try to dance with all the women in the crowd too, and forget sometimes your music?
The thing about it is that I had always liked dancing too, because of the fact that I could dance,
So that makes a big difference.
Yeah, and then I ventured into other types of dancing and stuff, and I started to learn to Latin dance and stuff, and Latin music is a nice music to learn to dance.
It is a lovely music. I always wanted to learn Latin dancing.
And the salsa and the kizomba, which is a nice sexy dance.
Yeah. That was a type of dancing. I remember going this nightclub in in Maraval there. What was it?
The Attic.
The Attic. Ooh. That they used to have a Latin night like middle of the week, and
Tuesday night.
People used to be there.
Yeah, Tuesday night. Yeah. I played a couple of those. Also.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But I had some friends used to just carry me all over the place. I never used to want to go, but I was forced to go. I really didn't used to drink, but I like dancing, I'm seeing a question here. Wendell, I like to find out, and this is for you, Charles, why the name disc jockey is still used when computers are used instead of discs. I guess
I'm not too sure, but it's like part of it's a trade, and once you have certain trademarks to the thing, you don't just go and change it, because
I guess so.
Of the time that has gone, Where would you put them now? What would you want to call them? Computer jockeys?
CJs.
And then it changed somewhere along the line again, and it call us something else, Yeah, so leave us in our profession, the lawyer, the doctor, the magistrate.
But I always wanted to find out what inspired DJ music. What inspired a DJ to play a particular type of music? And I always wanted to find out that from you specifically because of your choices here on the moment.
Yeah, but you have to basically feel it. You have to be thinking all the time, and the music tells a story. People don't realize that. A lot of the DJs today don't realize that. So you tell the story. So I am supposed to meet you at this point and take you through that piece to another point at the end of it all, and do so seamlessly too.
Because I know, going back to the question I asked you about dancing, I know some DJs used to scope a crowd, see somebody they like, and pour on music just to go by that person. Were you one of those?
No, I was never like that. Something like that.
Oh, you met your wife? You're on the spot. You're on the spot this morning, eh?
Yeah, actually, I was actually doing a Christmas function, and yeah, she was there. She was.
And you see her in the crowd?
No, actually, she and her mom, they were there. They were doing the catering and stuff. And after everybody left and everybody's going home and stuff, and thing, they're waiting for their transport. And I'm waiting for mine. So we started the conversation there.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. We'll take that for now. Anyway, morning and happy birthday to Andrea De Silva, Curtis Maloney, Janine Lejean. They all celebrating birthdays today. Yesterday was two local government officials' birthday. Jody Johnson, she's a councillor in San Juan Laventille, and Teresa Lynch, she's a councillor in San Fernando City Corporation. Also, happy birthday, belated birthday to Harry Ragunanan. Long time I haven't seen or heard from Mr. Ragunanan. I know his sons listen all the time. So happy birthday to those celebrating birthday. Condolences to a good friend of mine, a former councillor, Roel Ramkisoon. His father died yesterday. Pascal Ramkisoon from Woodbrook. So condolences, Roel, and what's his brother name? It's another R name too, yes. Rian. Condolences to the Ramkisoon family from Woodbrook on the passing of your dad, Roel. All right? And anyone else who lost their lives and of course, celebrated birthdays over the weekend. Hope you had a good birthday and hope you, and wish you condolences. Of course, yesterday was Mother's Day. What did you do, Charles?
Work.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I had a lot of stuff doing, but yeah. But at the end of the day, it was a nice day, nevertheless,
Yeah, I spent it kind of quiet. My partner Roland came over and helped me see about my pond, and then the next partner bring lunch to me, and he was carrying lunch for his mother too. That's Stephen, and when he left, I realized I had the lunch that was meant for his mother, and the mother had the lunch that was meant for me. So I had to go and find him, and that resulted in more alignment. Well, and then we ended up down by my sisters in Diego Martin. So good morning to all my sisters, my nieces, my daughter, everybody who were there. The family normally gets together, but they get together all the way down in Diego Martin. And when I say Diego Martin, the end of Diego Martin, down by where David Weir's living.
Right,
the very end.
I mean, all the way down, all the way.
So Charles, that's the last part of Diego Martin. There are nowhere after that. After that is the mountain and the sea. The end of Diego Martin. That's why I ended up last evening. But it was a nice day. Thank you, Stephen. Happy Mother's Day, Deborah, your mom, and all my sisters, Nadia, Luan, Claire, Wendy, and Roxanne, and of course my daughter Shiris. The other nieces traveled for Mother's Day.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
all right, well, let's do our good news, and then we'll come back and we'll greet the people in the stream.
Yeah, man.
Hot boy. Not nowhere. Hey, that is so cool, man. Oh my God. So come on. Snow cone, man.
Oh, hi.
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 I could get a snow cone today, real hot boy.
Okay, how much you want to get? One for you, right?
Yeah, let me get one. And I could get a cotton candy one time.
Of course, you got cotton candy one time.
That looking real good, boy.
I am a professional.
Really?
Yes.
You doing this long time?
12 years.
Wow. Check the nice colors.
see what you're going for this. Of course, if you want ticket is on time. You can pull it up. This ticket is on time. Then, if you want ticket for $9.99, right?
Wow.
That's not good.
Ooh, rainbow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Looking nice, looking nice. Wow. Okay.
Where was that, Sir Charles?
I am not too sure. I don't know what school it is. It is just a video that I saw. I don't know if somebody said. I think I must run across it in going through one of those social media platforms. But it just made me feel good by looking at it, you know, and hearing the little girl of herself, the young lady. Oh, she was just so excited about the snow cone man. She said, "Snow cone man," you know, and she just she was a real hot day, so the snow cone man was like a lifesaver for her. I just found it to be very nice, you know, especially when you see with so many videos, these school children fighting. I know when people probably saw it, they must tell themselves they was beating up the snow cone man. And she comes so excited, snow cone man, yeah, oh God, they're hot, give me a snow cone.
Alistair is saying it's Penal Convent, a convent down in Penal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the snow man down on that side. We have to go and do a video with Larry and Brigham.
Yeah, we had to do Larry. We had to highlight Larry. Larry is the best snow cone in, well, I swear, Trinidad and Tobago. He's right around the Savannah, folks, right by QRC there, QRC School, on the side of Savannah. Larry's there. If you see him, and just tell him the breakfast show send him. He sits in the Savannah with some partners too, playing dominoes and so on. They play dominoes the whole day while selling snow cone. A wonderful individual, Larry.
Yeah, so good morning to all the snow cone men all over the place, especially in this kind of heat. And you saw the snow cone man well organized. He has on his gloves and
yeah.
How he holding the cup and he's mixing all this stuff and the nice colors and stuff. I mean,
I like his milk bottle. His milk bottle have 3 different nozzles, so that milk could spread all over instead of one coming out now.
Yeah.
You notice the milk bottle, Richard?
Anytime you start talking about things like that, I start to frown because I don't know where you're going.
No. You didn't see the milk bottle?
No, I didn't see anybody's milk bottle.
It's like one of those ketchup bottles that you're squeezing, but instead of one outlet, it's 3 outlets.
Yeah.
Oh, it's supersized.
I haven't seen one like that before.
It's just like a supersized kind of thing.
Yes. Larry, you gotta get one of them.
Super efficient.
You gotta get one of them.
So you got these 3 flavors in one go.
Well, actually, he using it for the milk.
Oh, okay.
He was using it for milk, so that, you know. I like my milk in the middle, though.
Yeah, but he put it in the middle and then he gets it on the top, you know.
Nah, I don't want it on top. I want my milk in the middle all the time.
Oh, okay. Now I want it all over. You can put it in the
and I don't want much syrup on top. Larry know exactly how I want my snow cone. Milk in the middle, very little syrup on top.
Nah, I want plenty milk on it.
I haven't had a snow cone in years, and I can't remember the last time I've had a snow cone. But you're right. I used to like it loaded up with the milk, the condensed milk.
Nah, that's take away for the taste, man. If it have too much milk, it's take away the taste.
I like that. I mean, I like this. I like that choice of sweet syrups too that snow cone men would have, but I would always want milk on it. Because I know some people don't take the milk at all.
Yeah, some people don't like the milk, yeah.
Yeah.
I love milk. In the middle. You want to know where I'm going now, right?
No, I keep it out.
Hold on, let's greet the people in the chat. Eunice Dublin at 12:01 says good morning.
Thank you for the quick email there, Wendell.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Nicely. I feel Sir Charles was sending the thing to my wrong email. I don't know what email address he was using. Were you putting H in the step?
Yeah, actually, I have it. When I looked at it now, I have it. The same thing, but one in Gmail and one in Yahoo.
Yahoo.
So
I don't use Yahoo again.
Yeah, so I didn't remember that.
Yeah. All right. Ava Smith also came in and said good morning. Odell Guy from Sangre Grande. Pamela O'Connor. Robert Allen, morning, Robert. Maria Cellier. Special morning to Suzanne, Suzette, Miss Jackman, Maria H, and Miss Gemma. Suzanne Jessable says good morning, and that's coming from Suzanne, Suzette, Corrine, Mrs. Gemma, Maria S, and Maria H. Kenny in Harlem says good morning. Apollonius, Deborah Noel Surrett, Erica Charles, Manuela Peters, Margaret Thomas, Marlon Motley, Marcia Rock, Diane Payne, Boy Bidesi from David Robert Taylor, our second place winner of the Mother's Day concert in Fernandina Beach in Florida. Trinman, good best morning to you all. Smiling because it's rain whole week here in, well, where? Where you are, Trinman? Switzerland. Oh, beautiful. Now we know where you're from. Rain all week in Switzerland. Okay, nicely. Debbie Modest, Ilarizan, have a great day. Scorpion Pepper says good morning. Slick Money Grip, Carol Guevara, Mrs. R. Prabha Ramdial. Mrs. R, you notice I paused so that Richard could tell you good morning and he didn't say nothing.
I'm sorry. I'm so trying to keep up with you, so I'm kind of scanning ahead.
No, things bad. That's all right. Every now and then people just have a bad marriage. That's all right.
Good morning, Mrs. R. And good morning, Marlon.
I paused for Marlon too. I know the people who you especially greet.
I was so busy trying to catch up, so I was delayed.
A little slow.
Yeah, a little slow this morning.
All right. Dave Gosain, Joyce Phillip, Gavin Frank from Powder Magazine, Arlene Lois, Sherma Paul, Jenny Self. Who is that? That's a new name, I think. Ingrid from Tucson, Arizona, or Jenny Self is using her mom's phone. Kathy Ann Charles says special morning to Arlene and not Stephen. Okay. So well. Michael Robinson says good morning. Well, it's actually good evening from Yokohama, Japan. Mr. Flavor Titi, whom I met on Friday in another capacity. I went to a building in Port of Spain and I met Mr. Flavor. I'm watching the person and I think he called my name and I say, I watch you. I say, Mr. Flavor. He say, yeah. Well, you look different, right? Morning, Flavor. Valerie Mendoza, Kurt Hope from Nashville, Tennessee. Melchizedek Sankofa say only mothers of physical transformation to bring forth life. From conception to giving birth, her life on a 50-50 life string reel is the string for 9 months and for the rest of her life ever. Emotions for each child is for life felt deep in the belly, all the joys and all the pains. She is never willing to empty her nest. Her children at 50 always have a safe place to eat, relax and rest. Her wisdom, counsel, all can count on. Like a flower, she gives her all. Oh, a lot of waxing philosophical this morning, Sankofa. Michael Eastman says good morning. David McCarthy says salutations to the terrific trio. Carla Hercules, Doreen Pierre, Dean Allen says yes, man, Monday morning interview. So, Richard, you missed the interview with Sir Charles?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So people are calling on me to interview you tomorrow, right? Wendell, I'd like to find out why I read that. Morning, I didn't know that there are so many DJs. Sankofa say how you gonna make the DJ answer that his wife tuned in. Sherwin and Juliet Kerr, Lincoln Foxtrot, Alistair Hart, Scorpion Pepper. Yeah, there's a lot of DJs. Erica Charles, no, Larry, that's Larry. Look, Larry coming, man. Morning, Larry. David Wells says, good morning, all you. And can tell Sir Charles knows his audience, just observing your crowd and seeing what makes them move before the DJ goes. And on is really observe. Most just play what they are. Well, he didn't. His message didn't finish. Margarita Chow, Dean Allen, Richard the Lord. Next Monday, Richard, the life of the lawyer, actor, producer. That's what we do next week, Monday. Okay, Richard?
Really?
Yeah, your life.
Mm-hmm.
No,
When
we have to do it on a day when he come in early.
Yeah, we had to do it on a day that he come in early. So it may not be a Monday necessarily. Who is that? Dean, right? Wendell, big fat for Mother's Day, and like MP's not fearful for. Who had a big fat for Mother's Day? I don't know. Trini gets fit. Morning, guys. Kyle Guevara, happy birthday to Sharifa Cristo, friend and former schoolmate. Alistair Penal Convent. Helen Prescott and how she interacted with him. So beautiful. Oh, that's the snow cone ad.
Yeah,
the good news.
The news video, you reference to the snow cone man, right?
Yes. Mrs. R is again trying to flatter me this morning, calling me her breath of fresh air. Darren Thompson says, good morning, guys. It looks like Holy Faith Convent in Penal. All right. Michael Cadet, good morning. Kim Govaya saying good morning. Larry Charles, Jangs gentlemen. Kim Govaya, I love that interview with Sir Charles Wendell. Yes, we did have a nice interview with Sir Charles this morning. And he revealed some secrets, including how he met his wife. No milk for me, please. Michael Oliver, good morning all from New York. Oh, you're out there in New York, Michael, nice. Trinman and the manners of the young girl is refreshing. Dwayne Sylvester, good morning. Joyce Philip Wendell, it's nice to be a little cheeky sometimes. The laugh is good for the face. Pearl Cordis, Pearl and Stacy and Cordis. Good morning, Wendell, everyone. I note the milk bottle. Yeah, it was interesting. Otto and Benjamin using my mom's phone. Oh, so Jenny Self is actually Otto and Benjamin using his mom's phone. Okay, got you. Stellar Services, good morning, guys. Sandrina, Bag and Charles, long time no hear from. Seret Spencer, what's that? What does that mean? And Chris Toussaint says, good morning, gentlemen.
All right. So on the WhatsApp community, we had CJ coming in early this morning. Archbishop Ashton Clark, good morning to you. Mahi out there in New Jersey.
Mahi.
All right. All right. Fifi out there in Addis Ababa. Good day to you. Kent in Laventel. Miss Sampson. How things in San Fernando these days? All right. Also to Rena Budu Jennings. Good to have you on the chat. Zena is saying good morning to the Powder Puff Girls. Peter Wilson, good morning to you. Captain Ron in Orlando. Debbie in Mova. Debbie say answer the question. Ron DeSantis, John Lennon, Woman. That was the song yesterday. All right. Sandra said, good morning to you. Mr. Beeps in Maraval, good morning. And of course, can't forget to say good morning to the Gael family. So thank you all for being here this morning, getting up with us. We're going for that commercial break. It's 22 minutes before the hour of 7 o'clock on The Breakfast Show.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas. Shops of Day Bay, 95 Circular Road, Vista Bella, Docks Ranch Light Pole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2 Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanan for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
Cipriani College, we are back. The box office smash Scandal in Citrus is back. We are back because you demanded it for 3 nights only. Friday the 29th and Saturday the 30th of May at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 31st at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available now at usual outlets and online. Scandal in Citrus, we are back at Cipriani College. See it again or see it for the first time. Don't miss it.
Scandal in Citrus.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
End times is here. Are you prepared? Check us on New Era TT Radio or NETT Radio with Brother Raka and Brother Yatazakawa on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. End times is here. Stay tuned.
I guess we could go straight into the newspapers today. Today, of course, is Monday, May 11th. Hey, tomorrow is big birthday, boy.
Why is it tomorrow, boy?
Yeah, we could get some wild meat. I know where she'll cook. We'll find out.
Hunting season is on?
Hunting season always on, brother.
No, there's a point about your clothes and you can't serve wild meat, sir.
Oh, you mean for that? Okay, no. No, I think I'm not sure.
Read the newspaper. Read the newspaper. Read the newspaper.
Hey, go be saying slams, mischief. That's one of the stories. NCRA Chairman Dr. Tim Gopi Singh has criticized what he described as mischievous. Well, I have to open the article to read the rest. Joy for amputees as Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar on Saturday launched the National Prosthetic Center in her constituency of Siparia. Support for Nelson name change, and that's going to form the basis of our poll today. Historians have welcomed the announcement by Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar to rename Nelson Island. However, they say that the change in name should reflect something else. You know, these headlines never goes too much into detail. Munilal, no secrecy over oil spill. Of course, there was an oil spill out in the Gulf, and Dr. Munilal is saying there's no secrecy over it, even though we found out about it maybe a week later.
Which I can't understand.
Huh?
Which I can't understand why it took so long.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. Young slams government over Point Lisa's plant shutdowns. That's Stuart Young. I don't know, says Lee, and of course there was a exclusive story in yesterday's newspaper about some official from HDC. It's reported offered a bribe to the newspaper to kill the story on the $3.4 billion contracts. Of course, Dr. David Lee, who is the housing minister, has distanced himself from an exclusive report yesterday which stated that compensation was offered to investigative journalist Mark Bassan to kill a story related to the $3.4 billion in contracts awarded by the HDC. The article stated that a man claiming to represent an HDC official under scrutiny for alleged collusion involving contracts awarded to 2 contractors under the now suspended $3.4 billion housing program met with the investigative reporter at Ariapita Avenue in Woodbrook and offered compensation in exchange for the story to be dropped. Woman locks out robbery victim after he is robbed in bedroom, and that story started to trend yesterday. Facebook buyer pays $2,700 for 3 large stones. Apparently, he wanted to buy a PS5, and he went on Facebook Marketplace, and the guy tell him meet him. Guess where? The corner of Charlotte and Park Street. That was your first hint, brother, man. That was your first hint.
Yeah.
So he went and met this guy at the corner of Charlotte and Park Street. He handed over the guy $2,700 in cash. The guy handed him over a package with a box for the PS5. And when he opened the box, it was 3 big stones.
Yeah. I think let me check it before I hand over my money to make sure the thing looking good. Or I don't know.
Although I get catch yesterday with food, so I take food and then check inside the box and realize it's not mine. Anyway. Car split in 2 in deadly highway crash. Faith and heartbreak on Mother's Day. And HDC official under scrutiny for collusion. All those are trending stories in today's Express. Right?
I'll go to the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian for this morning. Oil spill alarm, Venezuelan opposition call for probe into handling of Heritage Petroleum incident. Government says it was a minor event contained in 48 hours. But the government's handling of an offshore oil spill in the Gulf of Paris has come under scrutiny, with the opposition and a political analyst raising concerns about the late disclosure, accountability, and a potential diplomatic fallout in an already sensitive relationship with neighboring Venezuela. Of course, it was made public, I think, by Venezuela, because we didn't know about it until it was made public by Venezuela.
Exactly.
I didn't know anything about it prior to that. So they're right. Heritage and the Ministry of Energy does have some answering to do with regard to why the disclosure took so long, and why you had to hear it from another country.
We just sinking further with our relationship with Venezuela,
Yeah, but that's bizarre because usually those things are disclosed and there is whatever contingencies are indicated, what is going on, what is the plan, and it was just if Venezuela didn't say anything, would we even know? Red flag over EMA clearance for $500 million Rocky Point development. Princess Town mother mourns son killed in gun attack. Belmont mother remains stable in ICU after attack. 1 dead, 2 injured in Caroni flyover crash. In business news, analysts on PM support of capitalism focus on what works, whether public or private. TNT's 11-year-old Noodle King, CBTT business leaders laud Republic for pause in fee hike. NEC pays US $60 million in dividends since September, and Trinbago Express faces new criticism. And in sport, Merry Boys outclass Victoria in Trinidad T20 Festival. Ex-St. Augustine footballer Ramcharan dies during match. And Clark and Goodrich put Happy Eagles bowlers to the sword. And that's it for business, sports, and trending news in Trinidad and Tobago Guardian on this Monday morning.
All right. Of course, our poll is going to be based on this the story concerning Nelson Island. Nelson Island, of course, is located in the Gulf of Paria, Trinidad. It's a crucial heritage site that served primarily as a 19th and 20th century quarantine station for over 114,000 East Indian indented laborers between 1845 and 1917. It also acted as a detention center for political figures, including Tubal Uriah Buzz Butler in the 1930s and Black Power activists in 1970. Of course, under indentureship, the main entry point and quarantine station for immigrants from India who were processed, inspected, and fumigated before going to sugar estates. It served as a repatriation point, as a holding area for laborers returning to India up to 1939, and as a detention center used for enemy aliens during World War II, political prisoners, and Black Power leaders. All right, so that's a bit of the history of Nelson Island. It was named after somebody named Nielsen, actually, and it was how we change up names, so that's how it became Nelson Island. Of course, Prime Minister Kamala Persad Bissessar has proposed. I think she has proposing to form a committee for the name change of Nelson Island. So that's going to form the basis of our poll this morning. That Nelson Island the name be changed from Nelson to whatever,
Interesting. Interesting. I must do did you know on that?
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, and Nelson Island. I didn't even realize all that you just mentioned it. See how much is right or wrong, that's why.
Yeah, a lot of history is.
And speaking of did you know, let's do our did you know segment and come back.
Did you know? Thousands of Caribbean people once traveled across the ocean to help rebuild Britain after World War II, and ended up reshaping British society forever? Their journey is known as the Windrush generation. After World War II, Britain faced a major problem. The country needed workers. Cities were damaged, industries needed rebuilding, and there simply weren't enough people to fill the jobs. So Britain turned to its colonies, including the Caribbean. At the time, Caribbean countries were part of the British Empire. This meant people from islands like Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, and others had the legal right to travel to the UK. Many saw it as an opportunity: better jobs, better pay, a chance to build a new life. In 1948, a ship called the Empire Windrush arrived in England carrying hundreds of Caribbean passengers. This moment became symbolic. But it wasn't the beginning, and it wasn't the end. Thousands more would follow in the years after. These men and women became known as the Windrush generation. They worked in essential jobs: public transport, hospitals, factories, construction. They helped rebuild the country, literally. For example, many worked in the National Health Service, which had just been created. Without them, key services would have struggled to function. But life in Britain wasn't easy. Many faced discrimination. Some landlords refused to rent to them. Some employers treated them unfairly, and racism was something they had to navigate every day. Despite this, they built strong communities. They brought Caribbean culture with them: music, food, language, and traditions. Over time, this influence became a permanent part of British life. Events like the Notting Hill Carnival grew from these communities. Caribbean food became popular. Music styles like reggae and calypso spread widely. The cultural impact was powerful and lasting. Their children and grandchildren grew up in Britain. They became teachers, artists, politicians, athletes, contributing across every part of society. The Windrush generation didn't just rebuild Britain, they helped redefine it. But decades later, a serious issue emerged. Some members of the Windrush generation were wrongly treated as illegal immigrants, despite living in the UK for most of their lives. This became known as the Windrush scandal. It sparked outrage and forced the government to respond. It also reminded the world of their contributions and the importance of fairness, recognition, and respect. The story of the Windrush generation is one of courage, sacrifice, and lasting influence. From the Caribbean to Britain, their journey changed history and continues to shape the world today. If you didn't know, now you know. For more great content, listen to netradiott.com, follow us on social media, leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you.
Windrush generation.
Yeah, that's very historical.
And what has happened since then? Several of those same islands now need visa requirements.
Exactly.
To go to the empire builder that caused many of our ancestors to be here.
Yeah.
The duplicity of the British.
And the weakness of some of our countries to not protest vehemently against it
and challenge it.
Yeah.
Even on historical grounds. And the connections.
London may never see me again. Honestly.
Yeah.
I ain't going and spend all that money for one entry visa to go to London. I've been to London enough. I don't need to go there again. It's all right. Or you could keep all your monarchy.
Curse, do not curse, please.
Yeah, keep your money and I'll keep my honey. we are taking
Is that the most expensive currency in the world? Well, in terms of exchanging TT dollar for. You rather pay us. It's the most amount you'll ever have to pay for a British pound as a Trinidadian traveling to any part of the world. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So me and Monk to go there again. It's all right.
All right. So people, we are taking your calls as we go up to the top of the hour. 2811-315-299-5156. Caller, good morning to you.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Morning,
I want to say that I'm sincerely disappointed in your poll question this morning. I find it to
the
be...
poll question ain't gone up yet? It gone up or shut it up?
It's not going up.
I find it to be totally useless and pointless.
Well, don't answer, that's all.
Well,
do not vote.
Now, please. All right? Because whether this name of an island change, it doesn't decrease the price of bread, egg, sugar, oil. It doesn't do anything for us.
So then it had nothing to do with the poll?
Pardon me?
So then it had nothing to do with the poll question?
The poll question suggests that they are getting exactly what their intent is to do, which is to distract from all the other things that's happening in this country.
So what would you suggest as a poll then?
I don't care what is the poll, because the only point that
you don't care what is the poll, but you don't. But what the hell are you hearing here?
You don't want our poll, but
the only point that I'm making here is that this conversation is pointless. It doesn't do anything.
So you call a radio station to tell us that what we're discussing and what we're polling is pointless?
You want to give me a hearing? My point
is... Not if you're not making sense, no.
Wendell, could you give me a hearing, please? My point is, the government of this country now have stated...
But so Charles, change the poll. Do you think Lincoln is making any sense this morning? Change the poll. Yes or no?
The Golden Grove prison and stuff like that. We are not... If the government has decided here we're going on, we're going to open back up that island as a prison. That could have been a conversation that we were interested in Tobago. But to just change the name of an island that nobody visits, nobody goes to, it doesn't do anything for my life, my standard of living, or do anything.
Lincoln, that's an opinion, and we all pollings are not necessarily linked to serious issues, like you're articulating, you're thinking that this is not serious enough. But Nelson Island has historical significance. It's where some Indian Arrival Day celebrations are celebrated. So it has a historical significance within the history of Trinidad and Tobago. And if the name is to be changed, it has value for some people what that name will be in terms of the recognition of name changes, which is an important topic in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
Name changing to better reflect us post 1962 and in accordance with our history and rectifying those records. So it's a larger conversation in a sense than what you're minimizing it to.
Yeah. Anyhow, Virginia, good morning.
Virginia, front and center.
Front and center.
This radio show requires a lot of patience.
Because the red flags that Wendell mentioned about meeting a man at the corner of Oxford and Park Street, it was?
Yeah.
Charlatan Park.
You said at least. So are you saying, when you're saying, well, at least check the box, you were still going down there to get that PS5?
Regardless of where you are, if I'm going to buy anything, and before I hand over my money, let me see the merchandise, please.
So you would still go down Charlatan Park Street to collect the PS5? You know, I have some land. I'm in Florida right now. I have some land here I can sell you. It's called the Everglades. You're interested in investment? Anyway, hey, I answered the poll there. I can't understand what Lincoln's saying, but oh gosh, man. I mean, was it only people of African and Indian ethnicities that contributed towards the development of TNT? no one of Chinese, Persian, Arab, or even European for that matter. Okay, get rid of Columbus. So Spanish heritage, people of Spanish heritage didn't do anything positive for Trinidad. Yes, slavery, whatever. You know how I go about that. So just changing the name of places just because. Anyway, I have on my thick skin today, so but that's just
Thanks, Virginia.
Anyway,
Yeah. Well, the two largest ethnic groups in the country, of course, are going to pull their weight in how history reflects their contributions to building the society in Trinidad and Tobago from where they came to where they are now. That's logical. And yes, all ethnic groups would have contributed to the development of Trinidad and Tobago, and they should all be recognized accordingly. And so, that's why it's a discussion. And that's why the name change wasn't, to the credit of the government, they're giving people some say in what that name change would be. And they're trying to do it in a particular kind of way, I guess.
And Ilarizan, I agree with you, I think it was meant as a I agree. That's the first thing I said when I say, what all of a sudden, but we talking about a name change and a committee forming to do a name change. I said, just change the damn name if you want. Because you know me, I was a strong proponent of name changes in Port of Spain. I supported, and the more we should have done more as a council in Port of Spain in terms of changing up some of the names. You understand? So, but I'm saying, well, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, if they want to be a little or be organized about how they do it, that's fine. And why is it a distraction? Because you all can't chew gum and walk at the same time.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So, we're still criticizing something over there. Your distraction is a choice.
Yeah. Yes. And I tell you all something. We since last week Friday, didn't we say we'll invite you all to send a possible poll question? Not that we will take it. Send it before 6:30. You all did neither, and now you're criticizing a poll question. My God, you can't please all,
Oh boy. And then it's compared to the removing of Columbus statue and the monuments and all those other things that we go in. Come on, these things have significance.
All of that is under that broad umbrella of let's change your name. All of those things that you just mentioned, Charles, come under that broad umbrella of let's change the name. And when of course in Trinidadian, let me change the name. Okay? That's the big umbrella.
Yeah. Let me change the name. Let me change the name committee.
Yeah, because that will be the next discussion is what going to change too. You know that, right?
But I was wanting that.
We can name it Lincoln Island. I don't have a nice ring to it. Lincoln Island. Anyway, our poll is up, people. Do you support a name change for Nelson Island? Yes or no? You don't want to vote on it, don't vote. You want to vote? Yes is 1, no is 2. Right? Oh, Jesus.
All right, 7 o'clock news is about to go.
There's too much hard work,
The news you need. The clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is NETT Radio News Now.
This is News Now for Monday, the 11th of May, on New Era TT Radio and Gael Caribbean TV. I'm Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. The Office of Procurement Regulation has ordered the Housing Development Corporation to suspend its controversial $3.4 billion housing program, pending a review of the procurement process. The move follows complaints and whistleblower allegations that an HDC official may have colluded with 2 contractors awarded multi-million-dollar contracts under the program. Sources claim the official had previous business relationships with the contractors, including involvement in a private housing development project and other commercial dealings. HDC Chairman Firoz Khan declined to comment, saying the matter is now before the Office of Procurement Regulation. Concerns over the contracts were also raised by opposition figures, including Stuart Young, who questioned the experience of some companies awarded projects. Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesar says government will begin the process of renaming Nelson Island to honor the Jahaji legacy of Indian indentured laborers who first arrived there from India. Speaking during a visit with India's Foreign Affairs Minister Subramanyam Jaishankar, Prasad Bisesar says a committee will oversee the renaming process, while members of the public will be invited to submit suggestions for a new name. The Prime Minister says the island holds deep historical significance for descendants of indentured laborers, including her own maternal great-grandmother, who arrived there from India in the 1880s. Prasad Bisesar describes indentureship as a harsh and painful chapter in history, but says the resilience and sacrifice of those laborers helped shape modern Trinidad and Tobago. She adds that the move is part of efforts to honor the contribution of Indian indentured ancestors in a more permanent and meaningful way. 3 newly hired nurses at the North Central Regional Health Authority have reportedly walked off the job over poor working conditions at the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex in Mount Hope. President of the Trinidad and Tobago National Nursing Association, Edie Stewart, says the nurses were allegedly placed to work alone without proper supervision and were expected to manage more patients than recommended under international standards. Stewart says newly qualified nurses should normally work under close supervision for several months to reduce the risk of errors and help them adjust to the profession. He claims the nurses were promised they would work only day shifts alongside experienced staff, but those arrangements were not maintained. According to Stewart, the nurses feared the conditions could place their professional licenses at risk and are now seeking employment with other regional health authorities. Energy Minister Rudolph Moonilal says investigations are underway into reports of an oil spill in the Gulf of Paria. Authorities in Venezuela claim the spill may have originated from Trinidad and Tobago and caused environmental damage along coastal areas in the states of Sucre and Delta Amacuro. Preliminary assessments reportedly point to possible impacts on mangroves, wetlands, marine ecosystems, and fishing communities in the region. Venezuelan officials are also seeking information on containment and mitigation measures while calling for compliance with international environmental obligations. Moonilal says inquiries are ongoing and more information will be provided as investigations continue. More than 200 people awaiting prosthetic limbs are expected to benefit from the opening of the National Prosthetic Center in Pino. Health Minister Lakram Bodo says the facility will help reduce waiting lists for amputees, while improving rehabilitation and long-term care services. The center was established through a partnership involving the Government of India and Jaipur Foot USA, following a prosthetic limb program last year that assisted more than 800 people. Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesar says the center will allow citizens to access prosthetic services locally and free of charge, while government also hopes to expand the service to other Caribbean territories. Officials say Trinidad and Tobago continues to face high rates of lower limb amputations, many linked to diabetes, with between 400 and 500 cases recorded annually over the past decade. In international news, the first passengers evacuated from the hantavirus-stricken cruise ship MV Hondius have been flown home after the vessel docked near Spain's Canary Islands. Spanish nationals were taken to Madrid for mandatory quarantine, while French and British passengers were repatriated to Paris and Manchester. Additional flights are expected for passengers from several other countries. Health officials say all passengers aboard the vessel are currently asymptomatic, despite 3 deaths linked to the outbreak, including 2 confirmed hantavirus cases. Medical teams wearing protective gear boarded the ship before passengers were transferred ashore under strict biosecurity measures. Authorities have also established quarantine and isolation protocols, as the virus can have an incubation period of several weeks. The World Health Organization has recommended a 42-day quarantine period for passengers following their last possible exposure to the virus. And that is NETT Radio News at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The Mid-Morning Mix and Mingle. Weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Vibes, fresh energy. This is the NETT Radio Breakfast Show.
Anytime you bounce up a racist and you hear them running them out, it have a whole set of people don't care what they talking about. A racist is someone living happy and all their family doing well. So race talk is really not for people in the ghetto catching hell. Now tell them racist sufferers don't care about color. Sufferers don't care about race. Sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who living in who place. Sufferers don't care who from country. Sufferers don't care who from town. Sufferers only want to hear where the next food coming from. Get up early next morning. Go down in the 10 days yard. You'll see so much different type of people line up with the ID card. Or visit my village called Talparo, where they ain't get no water for years. People don't know the race, yes they don't know the color. With a bucket sit down shedding tears. No, tell them racist sufferers don't care about color. Sufferers don't care about race. Sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who living in who place. Sufferers don't care who from country. Sufferers don't care who from tongue. Sufferers only want to hear where the next food coming from. Visit the General Hospital, and I know that you would be shocked to see so much different race of people line up waiting on the dock. Or pay a visit to the AIDS ward, where they ain't find no cure as yet. People don't know the race, yes they can't remember the color. All they know is that they're facing death. Now tell them racist sufferers don't care about color. Sufferers don't care about race. Sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who living in who place. Sufferers don't care who from country. Sufferers don't care who from tongue. Sufferers only want to hear where the next food coming from. A racist is someone who have something that he want to protect. So they would always keep on talking the race talk till the day of the death. But poor people, we have nothing. Don't know where the next meal coming from. So I want you to go and to tell all them races, suffering makes us one. Now tell them races, sufferers don't care about color. Sufferers don't care about race. Sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who living in who place. Sufferers don't care who from country. Sufferers don't care who from town. Sufferers only want to know where the next food coming from. Sufferers don't care who from country.
Just got back. You're locked into NETT Radio, Breakfast Show, fueling your day with the best music and
where the next food coming from.
And I can tell you that is so true. We don't care who from country, who from town. All we want to know is where the next food coming from. And I like that line. We don't care about race or color. All are we sitting down one day when we go in and get water. Hey everybody, welcome inside the second hour. Yes, the second hour of the breakfast show. This is New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, taking you above and beyond. The breakfast show. Wendell Stephen, Richard Ragobar singing, and of course yours truly, Sir Charles. We are happy to be here with you Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. until 9, somewhere around, because a couple of days we make a little 9 last week. So we are here with you, and so glad to be here with you. My Anthem crew, good morning. And all the folks that came in along the way, thank you so much for making us your choice. Good morning to the folks at Gael Caribbean TV. Gael people, how are you doing? All you good? Nice. Happy to know everybody all right. So people, just to let you know that when we come off of the TV feed and our social media feeds closer to 9 o'clock, well, you can join us on netradiott.com. That's our website, netradiott.com, so you can listen to us, all right? You can also listen to us on a number of streaming platforms because NETT Radio has gone global. So you can get us on TuneIn, Radio Garden, Simple Radio, My Tutor, Online Radio Box. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody there. So any one of those streaming platforms, you can now get us. Just put in the prompt, NETT Radio Trinidad, and that way you'll be able to get us on all your Google and smart devices also. So if you're on TuneIn, say, hey, Alexa, play NETT Radio Trinidad for me. And it's supposed to work, alright? Also, don't forget to visit our social media pages. We are on YouTube. You can get us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Now, I want you to go and check out all of the channels, right? Because we want you all to put your stamp on all of them. And right now, I need all to put all this stamp on the TikTok page. Only want to know where the next food coming from. Put your stamp on the TikTok page. So we are here. Our morning poll is up. Do you support the name change for Nelson Island? If you're voting yes, you're voting 1. And if you're voting no, you're putting in 2 in the poll. Right, so 1 or 2. 1 is yes, 2 is no. And when we come back after the break, we'll tell you how you voted.
Cipriani College, we are back. The box office smash Scandal in Citrus is back. We are back because you demanded it for 3 nights only. Friday the 29th and Saturday the 30th of May at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 31st at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available now at usual outlets and online. Scandal in Citrus, we are back at Cipriani College. See it again or see it for the first time. Don't miss it.
Scandal in Citrus.
St. Teresa Preschool presents their fundraising boat ride, Dancing Under the Moonlight, on Saturday, the 23rd of May, 2026. It's a collaboration of colors on board the Island Royalty. Bring your own coolers. Boarding time, 11 p.m. Sailing, 12 midnight. Music by DJ Chaotic from Sweet 100 FM. Kryptonite Sounds with Mr. Flavor of NETT Radio TT. Dress code, elegantly casual. Gorgeous ladies wear blue. Handsome gentlemen wear pink. Admission, early bird tickets $200. Regular $250. No oversized cooler. For more information, call 375-6527-719-3379. Dancing Under the Moonlight aboard the Island Royalty.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas, Shops of Daybay, 95 Circular Road, Vistabella, Docks Ranch Light Pole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2 Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanan for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Extreme in collaboration with Cafe Blue presents Back in Love Again. Special tribute to mothers. Saturday 16 May, Cafe Blue, Rice Road, Portersfield, behind SWWTU at 10 p.m. With nice back in time from DJ Special Delivery. And the legend,
your boss DJ, sensational Mr. Versatile Noah.
Hear me name on.
She walk up to me.
Advance 100 at the venue or call 380-2785. Birthday moms for free. Cocktails on entry, secured parking. Back in Love Again, Saturday 16th May, 10 p.m. Cafe Blue, Rice Road, Portersfield.
Everybody stand up. Listen, Mr. How you going? How you going?
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
End times is here. Are you prepared? Check us on New Era TT Radio or NETT Radio with Brother Raka and Brother Yatazakawa on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. End times is here. Stay tuned.
Okay, people, so we are back right here on New Era TT Radio. And make sure, people, that you join us a little later on this evening between 7 and 8 o'clock for End Times. Well, trust me, the guys have some interesting conversations going on there. Yeah. Last week they were looking at this whole thing called AI, and what it is and what it is, what you can expect from it, and it was really interesting. Really interesting conversation. So End Times is on between 7 and 8 p.m. today.
Yeah. All right, folks, just letting you know, because I saw it on Facebook a little while ago, apparently there's a bad accident it might be a fatal accident by Courts, somewhere around Courts Megastore in El Socorro. I don't know if it's westbound or eastbound. It looks eastbound. So, because I saw police cars in the road and an ambulance picking up someone and so on. So just be mindful of that. You might have some traffic in that particular area this morning. All right. I don't know if it's cleared up by now because I saw it a little while ago and it just slipped me to bring it to your attention. All right. So just be mindful of that.
Just be careful on the road, boy. Just be careful.
Yeah. I'm sure somebody will send a eyewitness account of it in a while. I'm surprised I didn't see it as yet.
Yeah. Anyhow, before we go back to the poll, Wendell, I was just digging up some information on Nelson Island, according to the National Trust of Trinidad and Tobago, because sometimes context is important. Because a lot of us may not really pay attention to what Nelson Island is, how it got there. So according to the National Trust, Nelson Island in Trinidad and Tobago was originally called Stevenson's Island.
Not Stevens, eh?
Stevenson's Island, and that was during the British colonial period, right? There's some Columbus days coming up the road. It was later renamed after Dr. Nielsen. Dr. Nielsen was a British landowner who was granted the island in the 1820s. But over time, they say the spelling evolved. They didn't say how. From Nielsen's Island, it was Nielsen's Island to Nelson Island. So that is what we have to find out how it evolved.
They drop the I. Normal mistake in birth paper and all them kind of things. That's happened.
So that's just a little history of it, right? So it was named after this landowner, Dr. Nielsen, and eventually the I drop out.
So we can take the votes now, Sir Charles.
Yes.
You support a name change for Nelson Island. There's a lot of chat, but I'll just do the votes, right? Stick Money Grip, no. Ron DeSantis Jr., no. Mrs. R, no. Eunice Dublin, no. Boy BDC, yes. Ilarizan, no. Carlisle Cupid, yes. Apollonus, no. Gregory Boyer, no. Robert Taylor, no. Fran Romani, no. Michael Oliver, no. Kim didn't vote. Beefy Smith, yes. Sankofa, no. Brenda Joseph, no. Apparently, the Prime Minister suggested Arrival Island. I think I saw that in one of the newspapers today. Margaret Thomas, no. Kim Govaya, no. Beauty Culture, no. Diane, no. Kazim Mohammed, no. Alistair Hart, no. Ava Smith, no. Melchizedek, no. Avion Abraham, no. Nadia is sending birthday greetings to her schoolmate Trevor. I don't know who Trevor is that, but her vote is no. Beauty Culture, no. I think I already got your vote. Bernadette Yates, no. Joseph Clement, no. Michael Robinson, yes. Colted Finch, no. Rena Jennings, no. Carla Hercules, no. I actually think a committee was set up, Carla Cupid, under the previous government. A committee was set up to deal with all these name changes, you know, if I remember carefully. But
yes,
you know that will...
there is a committee to look after all of these things.
Yeah, but if you know change of government, that committee would have probably been disbanded because they would say it was biased towards the previous government. So I don't know if that committee is still in place, but I know a committee was set up under the previous government, especially when the Columbus issue had come up and the mayor of Port of Spain didn't support the council because the council wanted a change. The mayor didn't, and that was the end of that. I could speak directly towards things like that. Ingrid from Tucson, no. Robert Allen, no. Rhea Sampson, no. Okay. Magic, no. Andre, yes. Estelita Sampson, no. All right, so Jason, you said the arrival island was suggested by Professor Bridget Burton. Thanks, Bridget Burton, I think you pronounced that. Red Fire, yes. From Nelson to Nielsen. Makes sense, and just put back the correct spelling on it. Yeah, so those are the votes I have on the chat. Crystal Stevenson also voted no.
Okay, so on the WhatsApp, we have Pauline saying yes, Archbishop Ashton Clark saying no, Captain Ron saying no, Zena saying hell no, and Sean Ram says yes, and that is it. Not a heavy voter turnout, but nevertheless, one is there. Right, so that is it, and it's basically reflective as to what you're seeing on screen right now. There's really no dispute there.
So 12% said yes, they agree, they support a name change. 88% say no, they do not. All right, or you could get to chat about anything else or you want to chat about now. Just call in, you understand? Because it's lost on this chat, unless other people take any time to read it. It's lost on this chat to me, especially when it has nothing to do with the poll, right? Especially during the poll time when it has nothing to do with the poll, right?
Yeah. So okay, well, it will be interesting. You know, I would really like to hear from some of our listeners as to why they would have voted yes or why they would have voted no on this particular issue.
Or why they don't support it. They could.
Or why they don't, or why
they anything else.
Yeah. You know,
they're calling now on chat.
Yeah, tell us why you would not support a name change, or why you would support a name change of the island, Nelson Island. You know, it would be interesting to get a kind of feedback and feeling as to what people are thinking outside there, rather than just plain yes or no. You know, you can give us a call, right? So let me put back up the number.
Dean Allen is making a comment here that I'll read. Dean, I'm not sure if your comment finished though, because I know it's a long comment, and I don't think this YouTube allows very long comments all in one, right? Dean says the cabinet appointed committee to review the placement of statues, monuments, and signage formally submitted its final report to then Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley on February 25th, 2025. Final report completion after 2 years of research and national engagement, which included consultations in both Trinidad and Tobago. The committee finished its mandate to develop a national policy. But Dean, that's where your comment ends, right? All right, the committee was chaired by Dr. Rita Pemberton, originally Emerita Professor Bridget Burton. Oh, okay, she changed her name. And included members such as Lawrence Arjun, Chief Ricardo Barrett Hernandez. So I guess, Dean, your comment is coming in parts, right? But it'll be interesting to find out what happened.
Yeah, I think Shabaka was also on that committee.
Imagine it is lost to not just to me, it's lost to most people because we're doing a poll. So if you all, I never tell you that don't chat among yourself, but when you're doing the poll and you're chatting during the poll, it's lost. Because sometimes I think some of what you all may be saying worth reading, but I can't read it if I'm doing a poll. That's what I mean.
Can't read every comment when you're doing the poll.
I can't read every comment.
Poll is just yes or no. So sometimes when we're doing the poll, we will skip over the messages at that point in time.
Yeah, and sometimes there's a message that is worthy
yes
of reading.
or no, or one or two. That is basically what we're looking for at the poll time.
Yeah.
Right? But but we have a couple of online. Let's
everybody want to control how the show going on.
Yeah, pretty producer.
All of a sudden.
Yeah. Hello, good morning to you, caller.
Morning, gentlemen. I wonder if I believe everybody want to comment because the show has become so popular in the morning. All right.
Thanks for that.
No, I'm kind of lost, right? Usually when you have these name changes, either the streets, Trinidad or monuments, it's taken into context. For example, the Christopher Columbus statue or the Mahatma Gandhi, the reason for the changes based on what the persons would have represented before, right? Mm-hmm. In this instance, you have Nelson Island, Nielsen, J.H. Mason to Nelson. To change it at this point in time, I'm a bit kind of lost as to the justification. And justification she is given, the Prime Minister is given, right? Based on the indentureship period where persons from India traveled from India to Trinidad and they were housed there first before transported to Trinidad and Jamaica, or the case to be, and Guyana. I'm not, the justification is not so strong in my mind, and I figure that most persons probably would have been thinking along the same line. Now, whether you change it or not, it has no relevance, right, to me. However,
I'm happy that you said that to you.
Yeah, however, is the comparison with indentureship to slavery is where that is the one that has me a bit kind of lost, right? Mm-hmm. To say that both experience the same or similar circumstances. I don't know that persons who came here from that period in indentureship were forced beyond their control to come to this island or the Western Caribbean as compared to the slaves or persons who were enslaved. They didn't have a choice. And most of the persons who were enslaved on that transatlantic trade, lost at sea, were thrown overboard. Suffer circumstances, we can't make a comparison.
Yeah, but did the Prime Minister make a comparison there?
Yeah, if you read the article on Yesterday Papers, you would see it. And she also made the comparison to human trafficking. Right?
Yeah, people for their own convenience make that link. As a matter of fact, Richard had to also correct, I think it's Ron DeSantis, who had also made that link in a message, and Richard had to go through that same historical perspective with him. It could never be compared.
Yeah, I mean it's two different things. Yes, for both persons that would have come through it. Either which one would have looked at it as being traumatic for each one too. You understand? So that's why I'm saying where the comparison came from with the particular issue. So I had to probably go back to the story because when I read the story, I did not pick up that we were saying that one was more important or less important than the other one for having a name change. I was getting that we are making a name change because what was happening at the time on the island to a particular group of people, and that is what I was getting from it. But I didn't get from the story or what I read so far that there was any comparison being made as if one was more or less important than the other. I didn't get that from the article, Kuala. Kuala,
I didn't read the entire article, honestly.
Yeah.
But in any event, I mean, there's nothing to compare it, and if anybody makes the mistakes of comparing it, well,
I don't think it's a situation where it is being compared. It is a situation that happened, and those who are affected by that particular incident or time want that to be changed. You understand? But I don't think they are saying, look, because we are more important or this is more significant than that. I didn't get that particular part of it coming through. Ms. Sampson, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Wendell.
Morning, Miss Sampson.
Good morning, Miss Sampson. Going on to the country for them to be nitpicking and Nelson or whatever. Pass some laws, some littering laws to have the country looking nice, you clean up in front of your place.
Ms. Sampson, everything is important, you know.
In the country. Everybody feeling all how. I come out and take a little drive the other day. If you see down on the waterfront, them squatters just flinging out rubbish. If you want to do something, move arrival from arrival day. Everybody arrive. The first people don't even have a mark on the calendar. You're digging into Nelson Island. The country have enough thing to worry about. Leave that for later on down the road. People unemployed, people hungry, people not getting jobs.
Ms. Sampson, while we see about all those other things, you have to deal with everything. You can't deal one thing at a time, and then when you finish dealing with this, then you will deal with that. You have to deal with multiple things. You have to multitask, Mr. Sampson.
Move arrival. It's supposed to be arrival day. Everybody arrive, and the first people always last. Up to now, they didn't have a dot on the calendar. Focus on that.
All right, Mr. Sampson.
What was the reason for them going to Nelson Island over the weekend? I think a visit of an Indian parliamentarian. Is that the reason why they went down there?
Somebody was here and
from India, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if they went there or or what it.
Yeah, they went to the island because I saw some memes on so but taking the boat because you could only go down there by boat, and he was down there.
All right, so
he take boat.
Oh my word! Should we go? Is that easy enough? Anson, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Indian Foreign Minister. Thanks, Dino. Sorry, Anson. The Indian Foreign Minister was here.
Yeah, no problem. You did not information.
Yeah, put your phone. Put your mouth.
Yeah, this morning, Anson. How do you hear?
Yeah, sorry.
I feel it's the headpiece.
Yeah, I was checking.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is that what people are, you see, the whole thing about your poll question is that for me these things are not divisive at all. And what they need, for me, what it represents is growth and evolution, right? Because from the colonial period, over 200 and something years of colonization, 60 something years of independence, 50 years of republicanism this year. So we are a fairly young society. But I always maintain, right? I think the South African model done by Mr. Mandela after post-apartheid, you see that setting up of a Truth and Reconciliation Commission. I would recommend that for all post-colonial societies that were under the British Empire. And simply because, we just take for granted that, hey, everybody has something to say, everybody have a position. But no, we were all our ancestors were all brought here by who were not white, I should say, by coercion. Whether it was through enslavement, indentureship,
And then of course all the boys from the Chinese, the Madeirans, because we had people like that here, right? The Madeirans who came here to work as indentured servants before the Chinese, the East Indians. And I'm saying that we had a conversation honestly and so on. And I would say a Truth and Reconciliation Commission is well necessary. And gentlemen, if I had my way, the people who deserve the most reverence in terms of any name change or the island, the country, there's the First Peoples, because they were here first. They were here first and they were the most exploited throughout the chain of the Caribbean. They suffered the most from colonialism than anyone else. I mean, what was the Amerindian name for Trinidad and Tobago? Trinidad was Airi, the land of the hummingbird. In fact, it was said that when the Spaniards first came here and they saw them, the clothes that they wear, the headdress, especially the caciques and so on, it was adorned with hummingbird feathers, right? And for me, you know, we just need to take emotion out of this thing, step back and realize that all of us have a legitimate position with respect to what our country demands. And we just have to look at India, right? So when you have Kolkata, you have Mumbai, you have Chennai, what did they do? They went back to the pre-colonial names for their cities. And this only occurred in about the coming down to the 50th year of independence. And so remember, they became independent in 1947. So I'm saying that is what we have to do. Divorce emotion from it, but let's have a Truth and Reconciliation Commission. That is something that we should explore and allow people to discuss these things without any blame, regret, or, you know what I mean? From a position of maturity, because we both have a lot of that, from a position of maturity, all inclusiveness, and no blaming. No blaming. We gotta move beyond that.
Thanks very much. We're not gonna see that in our lifetime. I'm sorry, you know. I'm sorry for people for being such a cynic. This place is so divided on every single matter now. It's sickening. And we are not going to see that change in a long time. With PNM and the UNC, that is not going to change. Not going to change. And I don't see any other party on the horizon, the other fringe parties changing that. It is not going to change. Not in our lifetime. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that even as people may mention the First Peoples and stuff, and you know, I don't know what the First Peoples are asking for. Excuse me, what they are asking for in terms of recognition for themselves, being here as the First Peoples. But I remember under the last administration, when they had an opportunity to even get a holiday, a regular every year holiday, they are the ones that chose that they would do a one-off holiday. I don't know if you all remember that.
I think you may be right, but Ricardo Barrett Hernandez, who was the head of the First Peoples, he was also on that committee, named on that committee with statues and holidays and so on. So it will be interesting to find what his contribution was on that particular committee.
And what it is that the First Peoples would have asked for, what it is they would like. You understand? Because unless you know that for sure, you will not probably be able to say we should do this or we should do that. You know,
what? I'm gonna try to get in touch with Ricardo. He's still around.
Yeah, if we get him, it would be nice to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, and find out exactly what are these First Peoples doing now, you know, and why aren't they making more of a press to get it? I remember there was a big issue with the Red House, with a particular grave site or something that's under the Red House. You remember that was a big issue? That became a big issue at one time. Yeah. You know, but we really don't know what they're doing and what they're saying. I'll try to contact him. Anybody has Ricardo Barrett Hernandez's number, send it for me, please. Kurt Edwards, I know you have it.
I'll try and track him down. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, sir.
The bull here.
Hi, bull.
Go ahead. The bull.
Yeah. I believe that name change have to do with either correcting history. Right? So if we was misinformed or we were misled, and you have the correct thing, changing the name and going forward, but then I see that we seem to be doing things in VAPs, right? And going forward now, we teach the correct history for nation building or whatever going forward. But what year did Nelson Mandela came here? You remember, right? Nelson Mandela.
Sorry, go ahead, sir. Patrick Manning was Prime Minister when he came.
Right. But we ain't teaching the history of Nelson Mandela to the youths and then going forward. So we changed, when he came, we changed King George V Park to Nelson Mandela Park. Not going forward. We changed Princess Building Grounds to Napa. So if you're having a history going forward, we want to correct the history, and they want to change Nelson Island to something, and that is the history going forward. We want to open it up as a historical site, and have it up open for tourism and place for people to go, and you're making an attraction or something. I could see that, but just change it by VAPs and just I guess that making any sense.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Thanks very much. And probably just assuming plenty of the people just changing things by VAPs. It may not be just be changing anything by VAPs. They may have legitimate reasons as to why they are probably doing certain things at this point in time. Princess Stone, good morning.
No, good morning.
Princess Stone, Captain Ron. Okay. Sorry about that. Captain Ron, go ahead.
Okay, no. I have to call you back, gentlemen. Sorry.
All right, okay, no problem.
All right, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dean, if you know more about that committee, because your messages, as I said, came in broken up, and thankfully it came in after the poll, so I could have read it. I would be very interested to get a little more information on that particular committee and what they're doing. Outside of that, we're going to try to get in touch with Ricardo Hernandez and to get a sense of where that committee, because you said they submitted a final report to Dr. Rowley. Well, I don't know if it has ever been made public,
Yeah, because, sometimes when they submit final reports, now the other persons have to take that report and go through that. It's not like final report and just put it in the public domain,
Yeah.
And sometimes that takes years, before those reports come to light.
Well, the government changed right after.
And once you have a change in government, everything gets disrupted. We start over from zero. Princess Song is inside now.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen.
Morning to you.
I want to agree with the retired policeman who spoke about the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. It might not have to be as broad as what took place in South Africa, but we could start with the existing committee. Why I say the existing committee is this. In our society, we tend to be immature. And they will probably look at that committee as a political body, when in truth and in fact, what the government should really do is just revisit that committee. If they want to add anybody to it, if they want to make some amendments, and let them proceed with the process. So we have a sort of template that we could go forward on. Human behavior is not that different across the world, Right now in the United States, they have similar problems with whether they should replace the statue, move that one, and what have you. But there's need to be some analysis so we could have a story or a narrative for the change then, And I agree with him that we need to look at the issue of the first people. That would demonstrate a certain degree of maturity of the society. Now, I voted yes. Mm-hmm. And when I looked at the question, I misread the question in that you asked whether I supported it in principle. but I read it as do I expect, and what do you expect? And my expectation is under the present government they will sort of push that through.
It will change. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I expect that, But to do that, particularly with so many other outstanding requests, from my perspective as a descendant of the slaves, I think that's just as important, if not more important, And I want to agree that the sort of misconception or misrepresentation of the two issues, to me, is something that we should go beyond them. I don't see indentureship in the same context as slavery because people weren't forced. That was a sort of migration. Granted, whether they were misled about what the conditions would be or what, it was a choice that they made. But in terms of my ancestors, it's a completely different thing. In terms of the length of the process also, is a completely different thing. And I think that is why the suggestion that we have a sort of historical analysis of these things and the renaming, which I generally support across the board, is necessary. We can't just do it in a haphazard kind of way. It doesn't make sense. It defeats the purpose, So I hope they could revisit the committee, make some changes if you want, and let them proceed with the recommendations and move forward, rather than just take all that work that they would have done and discard it.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Thanks very much.
Whatever became of the Columbus statue and the situation with Columbus Square? Remember, somebody had defaced
somewhere along there.
And it had moved. They had moved the statue.
They moved it.
Where it moved to?
Somebody moved very fast on it.
I remember. I was fully supportive of the mayor, and then when they moved it, it should have been moved long before.
Yeah, but you see, people are talking in a particular that way, and I said, I in reading the article, I did not get the feeling that the government is saying that we are doing this because this is more important than slavery, and make that kind of comparison that people are looking at, even in trying to get certain things done under the last administration, where as just to rename streets and remove Columbus, they weren't able to just do all of those things, So I don't know. I don't know.
Much things I get vexed with the PNM for that they didn't do what that they should have done.
Yeah. And if they were seen basically as a party that represented the African people in our society, and a lot of those things that people are clamoring for now did not happen under that particular administration. They expect an administration that represents another society to do our work when our people didn't do it first.
That's my sentiments exactly. My sentiments exactly.
My thing is that if they see about their people, don't get vexed.
Exactly.
Get vexed your people who didn't see about you.
Let me tell you something. What could happen? What is a possibility during the next 4 years of this government? A big statue of Kamala Prasad Bisesa somewhere in the country. Watch and see. Yeah. You see them unveil a big one of Donald Trump the other day? You didn't see it?
No, I didn't notice that.
A massive one. Look like a gold statue.
Right.
Watch and see what's going to happen in the next 4 years.
All right, Separio might get one. Separio might get one.
Well, you're going to take that.
Virginia, talk to me.
Yeah, you're almost up to news, but quickly.
Yes.
Get your facts right. I never compared indentureship to slavery.
Who said you that?
What I was comparing is that just changing name, for changing namesake, and anything that is other than African and Indian, what Richard was discussing with me, and he didn't disagree with me. He just said that, listen, they are the majority races and stuff, and it's understandable why that will happen. But I never compared. Anyway, you're up for news, right? So I will call you back and give you a detail.
I will go back to that show. I will, because I know Richard had to lay it out for you in terms of the comparison, that you cannot make the comparison. I'll go back to that show. I ain't taking any word for it. Because yesterday, you know, I was doing over the weekend watching back shows. You know what show I watched back? I watched back a Power Breakfast show episode the day when Lisa Morris, they had the fire in Arima. I watched back that show by accident, and I said, because the news had come in whilst we were on that show, it was me, Richard, and Paul, and Steve on that morning. I watched back the entire show over the weekend, you know. I said, my Lord.
Sad. All right, people. So we are at 8 o'clock. We are going for the news. So stay with us on the Breakfast Show on NETT Radio, right? We'll continue on the other side.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is NETT Radio News Now.
This is News Now for Monday, the 11th of May, on New Era TT Radio and Gael Caribbean TV. I'm Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. The Office of Procurement Regulation has ordered the Housing Development Corporation to suspend its controversial $3.4 billion housing program, pending a review of the procurement process. The move follows complaints and whistleblower allegations that an HDC official may have colluded with two contractors awarded multi-million-dollar contracts under the program. Sources claim the official had previous business relationships with the contractors, including involvement in a private housing development project and other commercial dealings. HDC Chairman Firoz Khan declined to comment, saying the matter is now before the Office of Procurement Regulation. Concerns over the contracts were also raised by opposition figures, including Stuart Young, who questioned the experience of some companies awarded projects. Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesar says government will begin the process of renaming Nelson Island to honor the Jahaji legacy of Indian indentured laborers who first arrived there from India. Speaking during a visit with India's Foreign Affairs Minister Subramanyam Jaishankar, Prasad Bisesar says a committee will oversee the renaming process, while members of the public will be invited to submit suggestions for a new name. The Prime Minister says the island holds deep historical significance for descendants of indentured laborers, including her own maternal great-grandmother, who arrived there from India in the 1880s. Prasad Bisesar describes indentureship as a harsh and painful chapter in history, but says the resilience and sacrifice of those laborers helped shape modern Trinidad and Tobago. She adds that the move is part of efforts to honor the contribution of Indian indentured ancestors in a more permanent and meaningful way. 3 newly hired nurses at the North Central Regional Health Authority have reportedly walked off the job over poor working conditions at the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex in Mount Hope. President of the Trinidad and Tobago National Nursing Association, Edie Stewart, says the nurses were allegedly placed to work alone without proper supervision and were expected to manage more patients than recommended under international standards. Stewart says newly qualified nurses should normally work under close supervision for several months to reduce the risk of errors and help them adjust to the profession. He claims the nurses were promised they would work only day shifts alongside experienced staff, but those arrangements were not maintained. According to Stewart, the nurses feared the conditions could place their professional licenses at risk and are now seeking employment with other regional health authorities. Energy Minister Rudolph Moonilal says investigations are underway into reports of an oil spill in the Gulf of Paria. Authorities in Venezuela claim the spill may have originated from Trinidad and Tobago and caused environmental damage along coastal areas in the states of Sucre and Delta Amacuro. Preliminary assessments reportedly point to possible impacts on mangroves, wetlands, marine ecosystems, and fishing communities in the region. Venezuelan officials are also seeking information on containment and mitigation measures while calling for compliance with international environmental obligations. Moonilal says inquiries are ongoing and more information will be provided as investigations continue. More than 200 people awaiting prosthetic limbs are expected to benefit from the opening of the National Prosthetic Center in Pino. Health Minister Lakram Bodo says the facility will help reduce waiting lists for amputees, while improving rehabilitation and long-term care services. The center was established through a partnership involving the Government of India and Jaipur Foot USA, following a prosthetic limb program last year that assisted more than 800 people. Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Besesar says the center will allow citizens to access prosthetic services locally and free of charge, while government also hopes to expand the service to other Caribbean territories. Officials say Trinidad and Tobago continues to face high rates of lower limb amputations, many linked to diabetes, with between 400 and 500 cases recorded annually over the past decade. In international news, the first passengers evacuated from the hantavirus-stricken cruise ship MV Hondias have been flown home after the vessel docked near Spain's Canary Islands. Spanish nationals were taken to Madrid for mandatory quarantine, while French and British passengers were repatriated to Paris and Manchester. Additional flights are expected for passengers from several other countries. Health officials say all passengers aboard the vessel are currently asymptomatic, despite 3 deaths linked to the outbreak, including 2 confirmed hantavirus cases. Medical teams wearing protective gear boarded the ship before passengers were transferred ashore under strict biosecurity measures. Authorities have also established quarantine and isolation protocols, as the virus can have an incubation period of several weeks. The World Health Organization has recommended a 42-day quarantine period for passengers following their last possible exposure to the virus. And that is NETT Radio News at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
Scandal in
Cipriani College, we are back. The box office smash Scandal in Citrus is back. We are back because you demanded it for 3 nights only. Friday the 29th and Saturday the 30th of May at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 31st at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available now at usual outlets and online. Scandal in Citrus, we are back at Cipriani College. See it again or see it for the first time. Don't miss it.
Scandal in Cedros.
St. Teresa Preschool presents their fundraising boat ride, Dancing Under the Moonlight, on Saturday, the 23rd of May, 2026. It's a collaboration of colors on board the Island Royalty. Bring your own coolers. Boarding time, 11 p.m. Sailing, 12 midnight. Music by DJ Chaotic from Sweet 100 FM. Kryptonite Sounds with Mr. Flavor of NETT Radio TT. Dress code, elegantly casual. Gorgeous ladies wear blue. Handsome gentlemen wear pink. Admission, early bird tickets $200. Regular $250. No oversized cooler. For more information, call 375-6527-719-3379. Dancing Under the Moonlight aboard the Island Royalty.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas, Shops of Daybay, 95 Circular Road, Vistabella, Docks Ranch Light Pole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2 Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist, Dr. Raj Ramnanan, for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Extreme in collaboration with Cafe Blue presents Back in Love Again. special tribute to mothers. Saturday 16 May, Cafe Blue, Rice Road, Portersfield, behind SWWTU, 10 p.m. With nice back in time from DJ Special Delivery. And the legend,
your boss DJ, sensational Mr. Versatile, Noah.
Hear me name on.
She walk up to me. Advance 100 at the venue or call 380-2785. Birthday moms for free. Cocktails on entry, secured parking. Back in love again, Saturday 16th May, 10 p.m. Cafe Blue, Rice Road, Portersfield.
Everybody stand up.
Please, Mr. Board. How you good? How you good?
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
End times is here. Are you prepared? Check us on New Era TT Radio or NETT Radio with Brother Raka and Brother Yatazakawa on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. End times is here. Stay tuned.
All right, everybody. So we are back inside of the final session of the breakfast show this morning, this Monday morning. And we've been having a fun time, and thank you so much for participating.
Yeah. I saw someone in the chat, therefore Miss TTT Love. It's a long name. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correct. Therefore Miss TTT Love. Greetings. First time I am on this platform, but I have to say this government is operating by VAPs, too much of no information and misinformation. Oh, they are master at that. So welcome to this platform, therefore Miss TTT Love. And somebody who I have recorded in my phone book, who I met once. I think I met him on a plane, actually. Miss B. Pierre. That's how I have him recorded in my name. B in my phone. B. Pierre, who sent me some information, of course, on Nelson Island that you would have read, Sir Charles, so he may have also sent it to you. So morning, Mr. Pierre. Nice to have you still listening to the absolute greatest show on planet Earth. And I want to say this too. We welcome any and everybody on this platform. We welcome any and everybody, as long as it's respectful. You know, we used to have some disrespectful people on this platform, and one of them went by the name of Child of God and all kind of thing. But we welcome all manner of chat. But so I don't want it to come across like if we want to stifle opinions when I make the comment that when you all comment during the poll, a lot of what you're commenting on might be very important, and might be something worth reading, but it's lost during the poll time. So it's not that we don't want you to make comments, but we want you to avoid it during the counting of the poll, because it would be missed. For instance, if Dean Allen had said what he had said during the calling out the poll results, it would have been lost, and it was very important what he said. So I'm just putting that out there. It's not that we don't want you to comment, but during the poll time, unless you want us to just simply not call out the poll results, call out who voted, and just give the percentage after, because we could do that.
No. What you would do is that I don't know why you're frustrated yourself with it.
No, I'm not frustrated myself, Sir Charles. It's based on a comment from somebody on the chat that they may think we're stifling.
You can't go with everybody and the comments. You can't respond to everybody, because at the end of the day, when we do the poll, we know how we do the poll. just be reminded that people, when we do our poll, we're looking for 1, 2, yes or no. We're not looking for comments at that point in time, and we will skip over comments at that point in time.
But not everybody appreciate that.
That's no problem.
Not everybody appreciate us saying that to Charles.
Yeah, but
so we can.
They were somewhere. But at the end of the day, have you been paying attention to what has been happening with Venezuela and Guyana at the CCJ? Is it CCJ? The ICJ?
ICJ. You know, I don't know. I was asking somebody yesterday. Is it that they're saying Venezuela is now the owner of SC? I'm not sure what the final decision is. If a final decision has been made.
Everybody is putting out their cases right now. Guyana is laying out their case with their lawyers. Venezuela is laying out their case with their lawyers. I understand they say it's two of the best legal teams in the world coming together there for this particular thing. But I have a short clip. Let me see if I can play it for you now.
All right, go ahead now.
Issue. Guyana requests 2 remedial measures. First, the court should declare that Venezuela has violated the 2 provisional measures orders which the court has made in these proceedings. Second, the court should order Venezuela to revoke, by means of its own choosing, each and every law.
Let me try that
issue. Guyana requests 2 remedial measures. First, the court should declare that Venezuela has violated the 2 provisional measures orders which the court has made in these proceedings. Second, the court should order Venezuela to revoke, by means of its own choosing.
Yeah, so there seems to be some problem with the loading of the clip.
I was actually on a phone call, so I don't even know what we do.
I don't know what went on with the with the upload into the clouds. I'll try it one more time and see.
Issue. Guyana requests 2 remedial measures. First, the court should declare that Venezuela has violated the 2 provisional measures orders which the court has made in these proceedings. Second, the court should order Venezuela to revoke, by means of its own choosing, each and every law, decree, and other domestic act.
All right, I have another problem in the loading.
Yeah.
I will try and reload it again in a short and see if that may help.
Interesting. You know what I want quickly? A quick poll. Should we just give poll results or call out exactly who voted on what? What would you all like? Just give the poll results, because most other radio stations, when they do polls, they just give the results, right? They don't say who voted what. You understand? They just give the poll results. Should we do that? Is that something you all would like, or you all want to actually hear who voted what? You understand? What do you all want? Let's get what you all want. Just poll results. In other words, 88% for yes and 12% no. Or you actually want to hear who voted what? Which one you all want? Let me see. All right.
We have a poll for the poll.
There we go. Let me say poll results.
Yeah.
Just say how many voted yes or no. Fran Romani, poll results. Dino Mirage, poll results. Melchizedek 2. I don't know what 2 is. Scorpion Pepper said just give the poll results. Debbie Mitchell, poll results. Ron DeSantis say call who voted what. Cheryl Henry again, poll results. Magic, poll results. And Lincoln, poll results. Casey Senghor, poll results. So all you don't want to hear who voted what, right? From now on, I gather that is the prevailing opinion right now on the chat, Sir Charles.
Yeah, well,
right?
One or two persons on the WhatsApp is also saying just results.
Right. So we will do that. Just get poll results, and so that we can find more time to read some of your chat, right? Good? Is that what you all want? That's what we'll do. We'll try it tomorrow. Because you already, and Cheryl Henry, you're right. You're already seeing who voted yes or no on the chat, right? You're seeing how people vote, right? So we will just give the poll results and try to do more comment.
Yeah, so we are not just visible to the YouTube, Miss Henry. Remember, we are streaming also to other platforms where people are not visible.
Yeah, the Gael, for instance, you don't see it on the TV, yeah?
Right, so you don't see it on the TV, and there are some other platforms like TuneIn and our website and stuff. You don't see these are people who are listening.
Yeah,
So
we will take it under consideration. We will reach out to our bosses and what they have, and they will decide, right?
Yeah, we have to take it upstairs.
Yeah. Because there are some people who can't see what people are saying.
Yeah, we have to
people
take
are
it
voting, right?
It's a caller. Caller, good morning. All right, caller, go on. All right, okay. I reloaded the playing. Let me see if it's playing now, right?
All right, there you go.
Issue. Guyana requests 2 remedial measures. First, the court should declare that Venezuela has violated the 2 provisional measures orders which the court has made in these proceedings. Second, the court should order Venezuela to revoke, by means of its own choosing.
Something must be wrong with the file of itself.
Yeah.
You see, I have to upload the file to the cloud, and then play it on the system. But it's not. For some reason, it's not playing. It's not uploading properly. All right, okay. I'll try and get it for tomorrow to let you know what is happening and stuff, because it's very interesting. Guyana has been laying out a pretty good case from all indicators as to why they should maintain and why they feel that Venezuela is now acting in a particular way, and when they had the opportunity, they said nothing, and now they are talking about it. So it will be interesting to see how
apparently
it goes.
they may not arrive at a decision on that for a little while, but we'll see. But I want to give all you the real political spiel this morning. This program, we give the assurance that this is a people-centered program. We value the people's opinion, and whatever you say goes. We cherish your support, and we want you to keep supporting the breakfast show. We are for the people. Right. Well, you get Mama Guide.
I was wondering where you going with this thing.
I know politicians that talk, that's all.
Oh, Lord. All right.
And all of a sudden, we voted for Wendell.
Virginia.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah.
Center.
You come back to finish, don't.
Front and center. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. So as I said, I never brought up the indentureship. I just mentioned the word slavery, and I said, hey, want to know my view on slavery, but that's it. But I never say it was comparative indentureship and slavery. As a matter of fact, in indentureship, at least they were allowed to come across with their customs, their religions, and so on. When we were taken from the motherland, we weren't even allowed to use our own name. My name is Toby. Oh, I get whipped. Remember Roots? Well, right? Indentureship, they didn't really have to deal with that, but they still had to deal with the discrimination by the overseers and so on, right? And harsh conditions, but nothing in comparison to slavery, although it might be debatable because there's historical data to show it was almost just as bad. But you know what? The people in India, they themselves were running away from discrimination. They calling how dark you were, or how the caste system and so on, the caste system, right? Where you are nobody, you are nothing if it didn't belong to a certain level in the caste system and stuff like that. So all along, it was bad for everybody, right? So that's what it is. Wendell, this is just like the time when I called in and I used the term chai comes. And he said, Ron, we don't use such, words like that about people. And I said, no, this is geopolitics. And even in the military, chai comes is a short term for the Chinese Communist government or military or whatever. Not the good people of China. So that's what it is. So I just wanted to clear the air because
thank you very much.
The air has been cleared.
Right, so it is.
The air has been cleared.
Yeah.
We will take comments from the east, comments from the west, comments from the north, comments from the north, and comments from central. We will take them. We will take them.
Let me see if the thing. I try another format here.
So Charles, you're beating a dead horse there.
Guyana requests 2 remedial measures. First, the court should declare that Venezuela has violated the 2 provisional measures orders which the court has made in these proceedings. Second, the court should order Venezuela to revoke, by means of its own choosing, each and every law, decree, and other domestic act which has been enacted or taken in violation of those provisional measures orders, including the legislation which purports to incorporate Guyana's sovereign territory within Venezuela, and the legislation which purports to extend Venezuela's legislative, executive, and judicial jurisdiction to that territory. And the court should also order that Venezuela must withdraw and destroy the official maps that purport to depict Guiana Essequiba as part of Venezuela. These measures are requested because Venezuela is under the obligation, by way of reparation for its breaches of the provisional measures, to re-establish the situation which would, in all probability, have existed if those breaches had not been committed.
Interesting. When the breakfast show wins, everybody wins.
I will work on trying to get clip maybe more insight, or if somebody has it, as to what Venezuela is saying. Right? That was the Guyanese legal team putting their arguments forward there, right?
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to hear from the Venezuelan team.
Yeah, so what they are saying also. So we try and get the other side also to bring balance, okay? And that's what I have so far.
Balance.
We will bring balance, my people. We will bring balance.
2050 and 80. The balance.
Robert, good morning.
Yeah, morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
I'll be very brief. Mandela and Sir Charles Michelle, I just called to let you all know, please remind the callers and the viewers of this chat, call in early and present the full question so you all can look at it. And if it sounds good or however it is to pose it, you all could probably give it a try. Rather than wait until the full question goes up. And then, So I am just calling to let you all know that. However, I don't need to call in because most of the time, other people make contribution that I may have a nice to make. So it doesn't make sense I call it on jam the line. All right? So that one
All right.
Thank you very much.
I cover Tobago when I say east, west, north, south, central. I cover Tobago.
And Tobago. Don't forget.
We will take your comments. We will take it. We will take it.
Tobago is very important, and we will make sure that we have Tobago covered, ladies and
gentlemen. What Tobago wants, Tobago gets.
Hello, good morning to you, caller. Are you calling from Tobago? Caller? Good morning. Is this Tobago calling?
Sir Charles.
That's the woman in Cleveland.
I see that.
I see you, mischievous. Yes, it's Tobago calling, but not from no blue zone.
Oh, right. Zena, how was your Mother's Day? I had the day yesterday.
Listen to me. I just want to say good morning to you, to Wendell, and to Richard, who I'm sure is taking his coffee break and filling his face. Good morning to all those locked on.
No problem.
Sir Charles, I want to bet you all that you see what's going on there with Nelson Island. That has only just begun. And pretty soon, before their term is up, we will see the capital of Port of Spain change.
Oh, Lord.
Nah, they ain't going
We're going to see a few other changes very well here, because they aim to govern for the and to do what they have to do for themselves. You understand?
Well, should
They're
we
not
blame them,
governing
Zena?
like how Dr. Rowley and Mr. Manning and they had governed for all.
Oh.
You understand? So we get the picture clearly what is going on. And I find that there are other important things to focus on now. The programs, especially the homestead programs that were closed down for a lot of the youth, and see about reopening of things like the youth camps and so. That is what they should be concerned about. So many youths are idle. That's why they're running all over the place with guns. They're getting worse, and they keep trying to tell us crime is down. Crime is not down. It is worse. Yeah. So they need to concentrate on programs like that and try to get money into the hands of other citizens besides themselves. I thank you.
Thank you. You know, that, as she said that, of course, you know, there's a program under Ministry of Rural Development lately too. I think they employed about 2,000 people. I guess they try. In Khadija, in a small way, trying to do something. She celebrated her birthday over the weekend too. Saturday was Minister Amin's birthday. So belated birthday greetings, Minister Amin. And two updates I have for you all. One is that, remember that story about the police, in the police station where they moved the drugs and they put pieces of wood and ceramic tile?
Yeah.
Well, an officer was actually arrested for it. A PC Khan, I think his name is. One officer was arrested. I happened upon that article over the weekend, and I say, hey, but OE Russell and Mr. Benjamin maybe wasn't aware at the time when we interviewed them, or maybe it didn't happen as yet. But an officer was arrested for that removal of the drugs and placing wood and ceramic tiles in its place. CCTV cameras show him doing it. Now he had to be real stupid or sprung or something. You know, and another update, Sir Charles, is that I don't know, over the weekend too, a news story came out about a defense force officer who was guilty of kidnapping. The headline was "Soldier guilty of kidnapping, sexually assaulting boys aged 12 and 14." The army sent out a release dated yesterday, that he is not a serving member of the Trinidad and Tobago Regiment. He was let me get the correct word. The defense force, which is let me read it properly, yeah? The Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force is aware of media reports with the headline "Soldier guilty of kidnapping, sexually assaulting boys 12 and 14" and wishes to officially notify the public that the subject of the report, Mr. Sterling Figaro, was discharged from the Trinidad and Tobago Regiment on April 24th, 2021. So 5 years ago, he's no longer a member of the Trinidad and Tobago Regiment. So they took offense at that headline saying that he's a serving member of the regiment. All right, he is not.
Okay,
right?
okay. Yeah, because they did not identify former.
Yeah, they didn't say former in that article.
Some headlines are misleading intentionally. Yeah. Caller, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
No, so Charles, there was a comment that you made earlier today with reference to the renewing of the Nelson Island, where you stated that I want to paraphrase you wrong, but make reference to the last administration, PNM administration, didn't see about their people, right? And I know that it wasn't meant with any ill content. And let me say that, first of all, I'm not a serving member of any political party, right? But I'm a student of history. This concept that this narrative that we seem to portray, even in media itself, that the PNM is an African party. It's misdirected. They have African support, but the PNM was never an African party. If you follow the history of the evolution of the PNM itself, right? And the media has portrayed that, and they keep creating that narrative. And when we do that, we give support to the other party, where we create this division about the UNC being an Indian party to say about the Indian people, and the PNM fail the African people because they were born there. PNM is a national party. And if you follow George Chambers, they had a strong support in terms of the Chinese and Syrians and also African Greeks. So we need to not misrepresent facts itself, right? So I just so brought it to your attention. Thanks.
Kola, let me engage you for a couple minutes, right? Because I understood the context of what Sir Charles had said. Eh? I agree with you that the
done an ill thing there. We're seeing that something that is portrayed by others, right? Yeah.
No problem. But let me ask you this question, because I'm a student. I'm a very observant person. Eh? I've been a member of the People's National Movement for a lot of years. I represented the PNM in politics for 20 plus years as a local government official. I've been at all levels of the party, General Council, Central X, Legislative, you name it. I've been served at all levels of the party.
Yes.
Here what I have a problem, always. And which is why sometimes I tend to think that the PNM they make these mistakes about their supporters and are talking supporters, and we know that the PNM is mainly supported by African people. Let's not fool ourselves with that, right? We know that the UNC is mainly supported by East Indian people, but I want to deal with the PNM. The PNM will embrace all. Their cabinet will be mixed. Their parliamentary representation will be mixed. You know, when the PNM loses power, tell me what you observe. Tell me what you're observing now. All the former ministers who have a certain ethnicity, you hear nothing from them. You don't see them, nothing at all. I have a problem with that. And I don't care if anybody go back and tell them, I have a problem that you don't see none of them who got senior positions in the PNM. They walk into the PNM, some of them, and got senior positions. You hear nothing from them now. Nothing.
And that's one of their what is it, failures, especially when it comes to communication. Has always been done. And they always at the back foot of getting the information out. And I think that just to close off, they lost an opportunity in terms of when they had Stuart Young to demonstrate that nationalism.
Yes, we really missed an opportunity there. You're very right.
And I hope that we may, at some point in time, revisit that. Right? Because
I hope so too.
Internationally, and he brings something to the fore. Right? So
I was there when a prime minister tell a screening committee, go and find more East Indians to represent the party, because that was always what the PNM was about. He tell the screening committee, the constituencies, go and find East Indian representatives. I was there. So I know the PNM's attempt at embracing everybody. But when they embrace them, they disappear. When the PNM come out of power, they disappear. And that's exactly what happened again.
Yeah, and all the nationalistic thing that we like to talk, in reality, we know where the bases really lie. And people may not like to hear certain things, but there's some realities that you have to face. The other day I heard Mr. Imbert in the parliament, right? He was asking about water for his community, right? And projects. He wanted to know where projects are and where the projects concerning water in his community. And Mr. Padarat had to me, embarrass him, because you were saying you represent a constituency for 24 years, of which 10 of them you was the finance minister. And you're now out of power, you're coming to ask what's going on in your community. You understand? And it's the same thing I kind of look at with some things. we know where the bases are, we know who supports who and that sort of thing. And if you have a government in power that has a majority base, and every government want to keep the base, So if they will do things, regardless of what they may fall down in all the other areas, say everybody else, we have to make sure we secure our base. You understand? So they will do things to secure their base. Would I be against them for that when at the end of the day, you have the opportunity when you have and had deal with your situations?
Listen, I really wish sometimes I really wasn't on radio, so I don't have to be so expressive and thing, because I could tell you all things that a lot of you all probably didn't know, because as I say, I served at all the different levels. I was never a government minister, but I served on committees with government ministers. And why on radio, Sir Charles?
Yeah.
Why you and Richard have me here?
Hold on right there before we even get Richard inside. Captain Ron, go ahead. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, gentle people. Listen, sorry about that. I had somebody came.
No problem.
Before. All right. Listen, Richard, Wendell, I agree with you 100%. Because somebody said that very same thing what you just described there. Now they are the power, you can't find them, and that is so true. But I would like somebody to tell me what is Ms. Kamala Prasad's agenda with this renaming of this island. It seems to be very cynical to me, that she has some kind of a cynical agenda. That's why I have to agree with Miss Diego Martin this morning, Sir Charles, when she was talking to you. But you said to her, "Oh, everything is happening at one time." But tell me this, Sir Charles. Since they came into power, why did she stop delay putting the pan on the dollar? Also on the other places where it's supposed to go. She's pushing these kind of agendas here, but something that represent the country and basically the African descent population. The pan, and you don't hear no African talking about that, talking about pan belongs to them. At least I don't hear that. All I hear is a Trinidad and Tobago symbol. But they're pushing this thing here. Something is not right. Ms. Kamala Prasad is dividing up the country. Anyway, guys, have a good one.
All right, Captain. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to deal with all these things. And I wish I didn't have to read. I wish I didn't have to look at things. Anybody see the roast of Kevin Hart? I want to watch it. Send it for me now.
But the issue with the coat of arms on the dollars and stuff, I think the central bank had issued a statement, didn't they, and said that was rolling out, but it was rolling out.
They gave it a year, I think,
yeah, something like that. They made a statement on it.
Yeah.
And I think it has started to roll out across some ministries and stuff like that. So I think I don't think they would not going to release it. That would be inaccurate. So they were releasing it, but I think it was just the timing or something like that. I think some people have started to roll out the new coat of arms. I saw something about that recently. I can't remember when.
Yeah, they had announced that over a period of time it'll be phased in gradually on everything.
They had made a statement on it.
They were giving you a choice, though, I think, to use both now. But after a certain period, it'll all be phased out.
They'll all be the new one.
Yeah.
The changed one. But the island, of course, the island represents an important island for indentured laborers in terms of their arrival, from what she would have said. That's what you got from the statement. And I know Indian Arrival Day celebrations, they also have some on Nelson Island. So, yeah.
That's the next holiday, not so?
It is a holiday.
Yeah, that's the next holiday coming up.
Yeah, Indian Arrival Day. So they probably want to make an announcement on that day.
Before then, or by then.
Or by then, I'm thinking. Yeah. And she is going to lean towards her base. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
That's what happens. On both sides of the cake.
Yes. As I say, Kamala 2.0 is determined to do certain things, and she is going to do it with that majority she has in parliament. She is going to do it regardless of what you all say, and she is going to leave those despicable people she have around her for as long as she could.
Yeah. And they got the majority to do what they did.
Mm-hmm.
What they are doing, they got the majority and a resounding majority.
Mm-hmm.
So they got, even if a substantial portion of the country may not have voted, it's irrelevant in a first past the post system.
Yeah.
Which is why, if you care, you vote.
Yep.
And so they are the duly elected government with a substantial majority because the people who chose to vote are the ones who put them there.
I was telling somebody yesterday that I have no doubt that government will change again, unless the UNC finds a way to do something in an undemocratic way. I don't know. They tried it, remember, back then with people living by lampposts and empty lot. So I'm just saying the government is going to change simply because the UNC will never have the majority all across this island because people who would have voted for the PNM didn't like how the PNM was governing, didn't like the change of prime minister. And they vote them. Yeah, they either vote them out or they didn't vote.
Or vote out because you are irritated. But the same thing happens in reverse too, that you get voted out too.
Yes, and I have no doubt this government will more than likely get voted out next time because a lot of those people who didn't vote last time would have been so upset by their style of governance that they will get up and go and vote them out. You understand? So
4 years is a lot of time in politics right now.
Yeah, that was the same thing they thought of the other day too,
Of who?
Of Fale Augustine in Tobago. That's not the same kind of thought pattern that you're saying.
Now, Tobagonians different. Oi, leave Tobagonians out of this. Them different.
when they thought that they would have
different.
Gain ground and what Fale gain more ground. So
no, because PNM go into an election with Ansel Dennis leading them. Are you serious? PNM serious?
I don't understand how come Ansel Dennis remained as the leader for so long.
Yeah.
After the loss, that puzzled me from back.
They're mad.
When I say it's PNM business, it's not your business, but that confused me. I was like,
yeah.
But you lost. Are you still the leader?
I got the go. Paula, good morning.
A blessed good morning to you, Richard, Wendell, and Sir Charles.
Morning.
I want to say thank you again for a great program. For me, with the Nelson Island thing, they change it, really go bother me. By the end of the day, the grocery price is the same price, nothing ain't changing that. Now, every time they make changes in the grocery prices and food going down, fine, at least the basic, like the flour, the rice, and whatnot. I could say, well, yes, but that island thing, at the end of the day, it ain't really doing me any purpose with that part, with that either business. Don't forget, people, scandal in Citrus is on the 30th of May. Don't forget that. I don't have any other dates, Richard. But
29th and 31st.
I'd like to say a special thank you to Sir Charles, Mr. RJ, Mr. Flavor, Doc International. Yesterday was like a movie. It was epic. I tell you, tunes after tunes. I love the gospel. Thank you ever so much, Mr. Sir Charles, for that. It was epic. It was like a movie. All who didn't listen to NETT Radio yesterday, you miss out. Miss out bad. You understand? It was like a movie. So, gentlemen, you all have a blessed one, and thanks again. Have a blessed day. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Suzanne, for the endorsement. Greatly appreciated. I'm going to make a promo with that.
I'm reading that there's still heavy traffic on the highway, probably due to that accident.
Most likely.
So be mindful of that. I guess it's westbound. That's not a good sign for me. Because I have to head into Port of Spain.
I understand on the main road have a lot of traffic too, because once something happened on the highway, it has take hours to clear it.
Well, just let people filter to the bus route.
People start to filter on the main road, and of course that also
Well, they need to open up the PBR from maybe Macoya into Port of Spain and let people go out on the PBR and get down to work. You know?
Is it affecting westbound or eastbound more?
I think it must be westbound.
Okay.
Well, you know, when traffic, something happen on the other side of the highway, it affect both sides, right? You know that, right?
It affects one side less.
Yes.
But that side still gets some because people are slowing to see what's causing the disruption on the other side. So they're slowing to see, oh my God, look at what took place. And then somebody have to take out a picture or say, take a picture, take a video.
They have to do a video.
And all, yeah.
Everybody's reporters now, you know.
They have to get the likes and the shares.
Yes.
Yeah. That's important in this society, you know. Likes and shares.
All over the world, yes, Wendell. It's a sickness. It's a sickness. Anyhow, guys, we got to leave it there for today.
Yep, absolutely.
I Wendell up to know it's 3-0 today.
Nah, we ain't going up to 3-0. Let me go and shower and head down to 2. Folks, have an absolutely wonderful day. Remember to let go and let God. Where you watching me so far?
I don't know what's 3-0 you're talking about.
Yeah,
up on the top, on a live. In other words, 3 hours of programming.
Oh, 3, so a 0. Okay, I'm not understanding.
3-0-0 means you'll be gone for 3 hours, eh?
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Boy, so Charles, there's a walk this. There's a walk with heat too.
I thought it was 0, 0, 0. So I was like 3 zeros. Where do they get 3 zeros from? But okay, you meant 3
0, 0. All right.
Yeah.
Woo!
I was the only one confused. Anyway, Scandal and Citrus. We're back on at the end of the month, so you have a little time again. But all outlets have tickets. All outlets have tickets. K Squared Fashions, West Mall, Eastgate, Brentwood Mall, and Tony's Florals, Electronics in Arima, Jabedi Rawe, Chinapura, Sharpley Auto Services. Everybody has tickets, so you can get tickets all now. And we're on Friday the 29th. Saturday the 30th and Sunday the 31st of May, that weekend in Cipriani College. I don't know if these will be the final shows in Cipriani College, at least at that venue. They may be, I'm not sure. But certainly, we're on at the end of the month. We decided to take a break. I think the cast needed a little break. Yeah, we are back on at the end of the month. And I mean, several people have seen this play multiple times, and believe it or not. And some of the comments on Facebook is that there's a kind of play you can see again. So we're on this week, not this weekend, at the end of this month.
Is that a long weekend too?
Well, I don't know if it's a long weekend because the holiday is really on the 30th, which is the Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah, you remember we are advocates, isn't it?
Yes.
And you remember we are advocates for Saturday holidays, either shifting to the Friday or going to the Monday.
Yes.
So that's the kind of law you pay attention to.
Yes. If the UNC do that, I join them in the morning. Anytime the UNC make it a law that a public holiday on a Saturday will be celebrated on the Friday, I will join the UNC in the morning. Richard and I coming in, walking in straight in. Well, Sir Charles.
And I not know the tote bag.
Sir Charles will be our recommender.
Yeah. It's going shade there, my child. Showing some shade. But anyway. That's a big recommender. That's automatically. You're in.
Who recommend already? Hey, Charles Davis, no big joke, baby boy.
Come in, man. Come in. Sit on the sofa.
What constituency only want to serve in Arima? Oh, we need people up there.
Oh, good.
Anyway.
If I don't love Oli, I don't know, you know. If Oli don't make me laugh in the morning, I don't know what I will do, you know. I think I know, but
anyway, So this is where we wrap it up. Remember to smile and laugh. It's great for your health. NETT Radio Trinidad continues on your smart devices. Just ask your smart devices to play NETT Radio Trinidad on TuneIn, and you're good to go. And of course, those of you listening on the web, it's netradiott.com, NETT Radio TT, all one word, .com, and you can listen to the excellent programming throughout the day. And today is Monday, so you know it's end of times, and they have a countdown going down. I don't know if there'll still be a wrong when that countdown finish, but they have a countdown and that end of time show, so you should listen to it. Because the end of times are coming. Never mind that they've been saying that since the 13th century, but you know it's coming.
Yep, it's coming.
Right? It's coming. Okay. So, excellent programming throughout the day. Music and talk, whatever you want, we have it. We know you have a choice, and thanks for choosing us. We appreciate you, and thank you to all our listeners and viewers across the planet, not only in Trinidad and Tobago, but across the planet. Thanks for spending a few hours with us this morning. Mm-hmm. All right,
hopefully by the time I leave Arima, it might be cleared up. Hopefully.
Yeah. But today's my aunt's funeral, so I'm going to do a show. I've been a little distracted this morning because of that, because stuff is going on.
You going into town?
No, my aunt's funeral.
No, I was asking if you're going into town for that.
No, it's in Arima.
Oh, it's in Arima. Okay.
She's Arima. Why would it be in town?
Yeah,
I just make no
you
sense.
have to drive yourself in the traffic when down.
Yeah, I have no choice.
So anyway, so that's where we at. So have a fantastic day, people. And you have been watching
The Breakfast Show.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The Breakfast Show is here. We bring in the soca way. Yeah.
Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The Breakfast Show got the vibes.